Just a Cheeto who's got to take good care of you.
Gotta take good care of you. Of course, I have Ahsoka pulled up on my Disney Plus.
Is that a good show?
I'm on episode 1. I watched 4, 5, and 6 in the last 2 days. Star Wars. So I forgot that they made 2 Death Stars. I forgot that was a thing.
Wasn't there a third one in the sequels?
In the 7, 8, 9, but I'm saying there's 2 in 4, 5, and 6. Like they built the one, it got blown up in 4, and then they built another one in 6 and got blown up again. I forgot about that. I thought it was just the one that got blown up.
No, they got the 1 in 4 that looks awesome, and then the 1 in 6 that looks like it's half built.
Yeah, it was half done, but it was functional. It was operational.
Yeah.
What do we just text to me? What do we
text it to you?
What do we text it to me, baby girl? Yeah.
Pick on something in your own size.
Have you seen that people's comment? People comment that now, like they're cool. Like, just put the fries in the bag. Bro.
No way.
Everyone says that. Like people say that.
It's got to be Instagram.
It just came out of nowhere. It's like a new trend to say that in people's comments. Like if you don't like something, just put the fries in the bag, bro. That's how I read it every time. Okay, just put your keys down in the middle of me talking. It's like a duck.
Uh-oh. Your duck friends are probably waiting for you.
I'm changing.
Today I watched all 43 minutes of Joker's time in The Dark Knight.
How was it?
Awesome. Life-changing.
Life-changing.
Out-of-body experience.
Of course it was. Of course it was.
And then you remember that Heath Ledger died before you could even watch the film.
Dude, don't remind me. And this is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me. Okay. You ready to get started, Chris?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Bench to Mike podcast. I'm your host, Caleb Foltz, also known as CF3.
I am also your host, Chris Cortez, also known as Chris Cortez.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you like that I added that in the season 2 intro? Chris Cortez, also known as Chris Cortez in the quotes.
Looks so good.
Dude, fire.
That was such a good job.
Thanks, man. I actually hate it. I actually do not like it at all.
I know you said it was like, he's like, I don't really like it, but I'm just like, wow, this is a masterpiece.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It was hard to find because I just AI generated some songs and it was hard to find one that I liked. Sorry, guys, I'm not a music producer, so like I just AI generated music and just trying to figure out what it is. So if you want the song to change, let me know because I also don't like the song, but it's like the best one I could make. I literally spent an hour just generating songs.
Why don't we make our own?
Dude, we should pay somebody. If you
pay somebody.
If you're
we're musicians, are you kidding me?
Saxophone and flute duet.
Yeah, and then we'll do our own vocals with the recording.
Yeah. That's how we do it too. I'm sure someone can make it out of like. Sorry, that just tripped me out for a minute. We have a Bluffton University football game going on behind me, and then also have a Raiders helmet next to it. Makes no sense, right? But we're making it happen, and also it doesn't make any sense. Hey, purple. But it also doesn't make any sense in terms of what we're talking about today, which is every Big Ten school's ranking in college football 25.
But one of them is a purple team.
Northwestern?
Yes.
I guessed it.
Purple team.
Me and Chris were just talking about this. I still struggle to tell the difference between Big 12 and Big 10 teams. I don't know the teams in both divisions. I know.
He asked me if Colorado was still in the Big Ten.
No, I said Colorado's in the Big 12. I asked if Wisconsin was in.
And then he asked me if Michigan was still Big 12 champions.
No, I did not say that. I said they're Big 10. He's straight up lying to you guys. I'm not that dumb. Okay. I just specialize in D3. Okay. That's my specialty.
Yeah.
Which nobody wants to talk about D3.
I had to remind him that Jim Harbaugh doesn't coach at Michigan anymore. Because first he thought he coached at Ohio State.
Bro, I did not think I did not think that. All right? We're not pressing CF3 like this on this first podcast back in the dorm room. What do you guys think? You guys in the dorm room?
It's actually hot in here.
It's very, very toasty. I'm already sweating bullets. We need to make this podcast quick. No lie. All right. Starting off, we're on...
Scroll to the bottom.
We're doing bottom to top?
Yeah, we're doing worst to first.
Worst to first. So we are...
I also have the Big Ten standings from last year, by the way. Pulled up.
Okay, cool. Good man. So they're tied? There's tied for 15th and stuff. Tied for 9th. That makes no sense. We're starting from the bottom. We're on Yahoo Sports, and the article is called Every Big Ten School's Ranking College Football 25. So if you guys want to check what we're checking out. So, you want to start from the bottom, Chris?
Yeah, starting off. Tied for 15th, which is the worst in the Big Ten. We got the Northwestern Wildcats, the purple team.
Purple. Love purple.
Yeah. Hailing from outside of Chicago. Don't remember what it's called. Overall rating, 80. 80 overall. I don't agree with that. Already, we're already messing up, but it's the biggest conference in college football. Or second, I don't know. They compared to the SEC. The reason I disagree, 2023, Northwestern finish. Uh-oh. Okay.
Bird doesn't even know.
I'm just going to take a screenshot just in case the internet crashes. Hang on. Northwestern finished 8-5 last year. And 5-4 in the Big Ten.
It's pretty good.
Why are they tied for worst in the conference if they clearly made a bowl game at 8-5?
Did they lose a lot of people?
That's the only thing I can think of is if they lost a ton of people.
Did they lose?
They lost their head coach last season, but that was like at the start of the year or maybe in the middle of the year, and they won their bowl game because remember that was the bowl game that I guaranteed that they would lose because they played Utah, I believe.
Oh.
Remember that game?
I didn't remember you talking about that. Yeah, now that we talked about that, yeah.
You picked Northwestern because they were purple.
I did pick Northwestern because they're purple. Shout out to Northwestern.
And I think this is disrespectful. Even had them at the bottom of the list in this list, even with the tied for 15th spot. They just had them at the very bottom. 73 rating of offense, defense 78. This is disrespectful.
And they don't even have a description. They just have a joke. Hopefully, a temporary field by a lake will look cool. They don't even talk about why.
Yeah, this is horrible.
F grade.
F.
But I don't know anything about Northwestern. I do know they suck. I do know they're not.
Oh, historically, they're horrible.
Yeah, but finishing 8-5 last year, put some respect on Northwestern's name.
Come on, guys. What are you doing? 80 overall, 73 offense. That's horrible.
I don't know. I guess we'll move on and see what we're comparing them to. Michigan State overall rating 80, offensive rating 78, defensive rating 76. Sparty been in turmoil over the past few seasons with plenty of turnover in the coaching and personnel departments. Accordingly, they don't project to be very good in the Big Ten this year.
F.
Michigan State, but they're like what, average?
Bad. They went 4-8 last year. Why are they tied with Northwestern?
That's crazy.
Didn't we just run in with this with the MAC too?
Yeah.
Like Kent State was in the dead center and they were the worst team in all of college football.
I don't understand.
Why? Why is Michigan State tied with Northwestern?
Did they get some crazy transfers?
That's the only thing I can think of.
We need to pay attention to this. Like, if they got some crazy transfers before we do these videos.
Yeah. But like he just read the entire blip that they put the description they put for Michigan State. Like that's why
they should be at the
80.
bottom of this list. They should have been the first team you read. From Michigan State.
We're getting there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, the worst team hasn't even come up yet from last
Lord.
year. But 78 overall offense, 76 defense. I mean, how do you average an 80? Unless if their special teams are like, what, 83 maybe? I don't know. But how do you get an 80 out of a 78 offense and 76 defense?
It's EA, bro. EA never makes any sense.
This is horrible.
But I think they do belong there. I think Northwestern goes higher, but Michigan State does belong where it's at.
Yeah. It's fair. It's a fair rating. 80 because you got to respect the fact too that they're also a Power 4 team.
They're in the Big Ten. I don't think any like Power 4 school should be below like a 75.
I'd say the lowest of the low for Power 4 should be like
maybe 78.
Yeah, 78.
I kind of took it back where I said once I said it. I was like 75 is kind of low now that I said that.
78's fair for the worst of the Power 4. I think Michigan State they should be chilling around this range, 79 or 80 overall, with a 4-8 record. But they were in the Big Ten, so you got to respect that as well.
Michigan State probably has one of the coolest uniforms, though. I think I like their colors.
Yeah, people hate on the highlighter uniforms. I actually kind of like them.
I love them. Yeah, is it the one with like the green Spartan,
like the lime green that says
That's so
state
tough.
and the numbers. It
tough.
looks cool.
Yeah, it's unique, man.
But
Northwestern has
80
pretty cool
overall,
uniforms too, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, I agree with the 80. I'm fine with that. I just don't like their type of Northwestern. All right. Moving on.
Maryland. Overall rating.
Maryland.
Maryland of the land of the Mary. Overall rating 80. Offensive rating 75. Defensive rating 80.
This ranking isn't very merry.
No, it's not. The Terrapins got out to an impressive 5-0 start last season, but fizzled after that to finish 8-5. Long-time starting QB Talia Tagovailoa is out this year, and big-time recruit Malik Washington is on the way in 2025. In the meantime, it appears Billy Edwards Jr. and Cameron Edge will compete for the job this year. Tagovailoa, you gotta love seeing the Maryland. Did I say Terrapins right? Is it Terrapins? Terrapins the turtle?
Yeah, Terrapins.
Finished 8-5. What's
yeah,
going on?
and
What's
they're
going
like,
on?
what are we doing?
What's going on?
They're tied with Michigan State, who went 4-8. That's literally the exact opposite record.
Just because they're out of a QB, I mean, I guess was Tagovailoa the big part of that team? I imagine he is.
Oh, he was. Yeah, he was really good. But still, like, come on, guys. We haven't gotten to Michigan yet, and they respected him a lot more on this. And Michigan also lost to QB and more. Come on.
Show more love,
What
man.
are we doing?
I don't know. What, EA must just not be really diving into each team and
No,
conference.
I feel like they just looked at the top, like, 3 teams in each conference, and then
that's good. That's really good.
And then just like, all right,
Yep.
bad.
I just don't get it.
F.
I think they let the nerds and the gamers look to make the conferences and the ratings rather than true football analysts. They should spend more. Honestly, I wish they would have spent a year on the game just to make sure this was right.
Yeah. F. This is bad. This is bad.
I think they're around this range, but at the same time, it's like I don't think there's other teams that should be.
I'd make them an 83.
Yeah. Talia is still on the. Is it Talia?
No, Talia, but he's gone. Is it Talia?
I thought you said he's hurt. He's out this year.
Yeah, because he's gone.
He's still on the roster though, so I think they should.
Is he on the roster?
If he's still on the roster, he should be still higher ranking.
I didn't know he was on the roster. I thought he left. I thought he committed to the draft.
Did he really?
Yeah.
But I think just says he's out this. I don't know. We'll just move on. We don't know anything. Chris and I know nothing. We just contemplate and think about that we know.
Speculate.
Things. Yeah, contemplate, speculate. All the elates.
Remember, kids, when you talk louder, people think you're smarter. Don't actually take that to heart.
Don't do that to your teachers. They'll probably give you detention.
Yeah.
Illinois overall rating 80.
Still
Offensive
tied
rating-
for 15th. My goodness, this is a mixed bag.
It is. 75 offense, 78 defense. Okay, what the? Leading receiver Isaiah Williams is off to play for the Detroit Lions and the Fighting Illini. Illini, my fault. We'll have to find someone new to lead the offense this year. Williams was the only Illini player to cross 1,000 scrimmage yards in 2023. So they suck, right? What was the record?
They finished 5-7 last year. I can't be mad at this rating. This is fine.
Michigan State and Illinois should be at the bottom.
Right where they're at.
But I think Maryland and Northwestern should be bumped up a little bit above them.
Oh, yeah. But Maryland and Northwestern should be above these guys. But Illinois, they're fine. 80, I don't have an issue with that, especially knowing that they should have lost to a MAC team last year. Like, they beat Toledo on a game-winning pick six. I watched that game on my TV last year. It was crazy, but knowing that it was a team that should have lost, that almost lost to a MAC team, they're right where they need to be.
Getting into we're finally moving up. We're tied for 9th.
Whoa!
Washington.
What the
Overall
heck?
rating 82, offensive rating 80, defensive rating 76. The Huskies finished last year's national championship runners-up, but they graduated quarterback Michael Penix, wide receivers Rome Odunze, and Jalen Polk, offensive lineman Droy Fatano, and Roger Rosengarten, and defensive end Braylon Trice. That's a lot of big-time players gone. That's exactly what my argument was going to be before I read this description. And you got to be proud of me. I got 6. So 5 out of 6 names right.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty proud of me on that one. But, yeah, their entire team is gone that made the – it's going to be like TCU. It's a TCU thing. TCU was ranked like, 5th in the country after that national championship, and they got smacked by Colorado.
Yeah.
Or it was a good game. Actually, it was a good game. It was a good game.
It was a great game, but so they lost to one of the worst Power 4 teams in the year before.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, Washington, honestly, they might be the worst in the Big Ten.
You think they're the worst?
They might be the worst.
I don't think they're the worst.
I don't think they're ready for Big Ten play.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that they're still defending national runners up. I
understand need to give respect for that, but still, like, everybody's gone that's on that team.
Yeah. I don't know. If they would have been like an 84, I would have been fine. I don't know. I still think 82 is still low though.
Speaking of that though, it is low, of course. But in terms of getting respect to like a national championship, whatever, or like Mount lost everybody. So we're going to D3 for real quick. Mount Union lost everybody, but they're always number 1 or number 2 in D3 preseason rankings. Guess what they have them this year?
Where?
5th.
Fifth.
They have Mount Union in fifth place in the D3 preseason rankings.
I mean, they lost in the fifth and in the second round last season.
We haven't won a natty since 2017. So I mean, and we just lost everybody that was somewhat on that 2017 or 2018 team. So it's a completely fresh team. So good luck to Mount. Anyways, going back to this, Chris, go ahead and keep going about Washington.
No, I think if they were an 83 or an 84, it would have been. I guess 84 would have been more fine for me. 82, that's just a huge drop off though from, being a national runner up.
It is, but like I said, they lost everyone, especially that Roma Dunze and Michael Penix. That's a huge thing.
Yeah, no, it is, and they weren't the defensive team the defensive type team last year. They were a team that they were going to beat you. They were going to get you in a track meet and beat you with their offense. They were just going to outscore you.
They had some speed, bro. They had some speed. Isn't that what Pac-12 is known for, though?
Yeah.
Pac-12 is known for their teams that can just spread the field and be fast.
Yeah.
It's like Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
UCLA. So it's UCLA in the Big Ten. That sounds so weird.
That new commercial is awesome.
Is it?
Oh yeah. I think it released today.
I haven't seen it.
Or it's either today or yesterday, but it's so well done. It's so good. And it's the same duration time as the last one.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, it's awesome.
UCLA, overall rating 82, offensive rating 83, defensive rating 76. The Bruins have had one of the best defenses in the country last year, but lost pass rushers Laiatu Latu. Close.
Gabriel
Murphy, plus defensive coordinator Danton Lynn.
I don't know.
Maybe that's why they're rated so low this year, or maybe the game devs got UCLA confused with the other team in Los Angeles, USC.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about UCLA, but it's so weird seeing them in the Big Ten. Chris, what are your thoughts, man?
They were a solid team last year. They actually, here, I'll pull up the standings. I didn't pull up the standings for Washington because everyone knows about Washington. UCLA finished 8-5 last season. I think they should have been on par. Well, I think they're good being on par with Washington because I think they would beat Washington this upcoming year. They've always had a really tough defense. They're pretty good on offense, too. They haven't really lost anybody of note. I would put UCLA at 83, 84, just like I said for Washington. 83, 84 range. I think they'll be a solid team. I think they'll make a bowl game. They're not going to compete and win the Big Ten, but they'll make a bowl game.
Purdue, overall rating 82, offensive rating 80, defensive rating 76. Ryan Walsh went 4-8 in his first season as head coach for the Boilermakers last year, but they built a decent rushing attack. They'll need more than that to live up to this rating. Seeing Purdue this high kind of just feels dirty.
I don't like it.
It just feels dirty. Purdue's
by the way, we're
been
still
bottom.
tied for ninth. There's been so many tied for ninth teams.
Yeah, I mean everybody's 82 or 80, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, Purdue finished 4-8 last season. They were bad. They were really bad.
So
and I don't know why they're doing an 882. Put them down there with Illinois and Michigan State. Put them down there with those guys. Make them a 78,
Maybe
79.
it's because they actually have returners and they also have a returning coach.
That's the only thing I could think of. Is maybe they definitely probably value that a lot.
Who were their four
game.
wins? Can you pull that up? Who were their 4 wins? Was anything anything actual like
Purdue 2023 football schedule?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if they beat some decent teams, then I would assume. They beat Indiana last year. They beat Minnesota last year. They beat
Virginia Tech. They beat Illinois. They beat
Minnesota and
Indiana.
I mean, those aren't.
I mean,
it's nothing. What the heck's going on, EA?
You are what your record says you are. If your record says you're a 4-8 team, you're a 4-8 team.
You were a 4-8 team for sure. I don't know. There's nothing to talk about with this. I mean, Purdue. I think
not good. Put them at the bottom.
Rating. I mean, UCLA should be above that. I mean, Washington maybe above that. I don't know.
I would.
There's
all the teams that have come before. Everybody that we've listed that has came before Purdue, besides
Michigan State,
and
Maryland. No,
Illinois.
Illinois. It was Illinois.
Illinois should be below this team. Other than that, everyone that we've listed should be above Purdue.
Weird.
F, not good.
Come on, EA.
Rutgers, 82 overall. Still tied for ninth, by the way. 76
So
offense,
weird.
82 defense. Running back Kyle Monagai is the Scarlet Knights' lone top 100 player, and the EA devs aren't high Oh, wow. In the EA what's a dev or is it dev?
Development.
Gotcha.
Developers.
Yeah. In the EA, developers aren't high on many other players on offense. They had a top 100 pass defense last year, so that should help players in the game. 82 overall for Rutgers. I mean,
I've always known them as like a middle of the pack team.
Yeah, I like it. They fit the bill for 82.
But right above Purdue feels wrong.
Yeah, no, I don't like how close they are to Purdue. But 82 overall, they're right there. They went They went 7-6 last season. They can hang with the top teams because I remember at the John Carroll versus Mount Union game when we were vlogging our pilot episode, or I guess our pilot vlog. Check it out, by the way, great video. I don't think that was our pilot vlog. I don't know. Anyways, that was one of our first vlogs as the BTM podcast. I remember getting notifications. I was like, dude, Rutgers is hanging in there with Ohio State. I think this is good. 82 overall. As Rutgers, you'll be able to hang, especially starting out in like franchise mode, whatever the heck it's called. Starting out first year, you'll be able to hang with the top teams in college football. Not quite beat them yet, but you'll be right there. You'll be on the cusp or reaching distance or whatever.
You definitely have enough talent for the upset.
Yeah, got a lot of upside there.
Minnesota, still tied for 9th. 82. 78 offense, 78 defense. Golden Gophers had one of the worst passing attacks. No duh, we watched them in person because their running backs and their QB are insane. So they can run, dude. What do you mean the worst? Why would you say the worst? They had one, like their rushing was awesome. I mean, they ran the ball really well against BG.
Awesome running game.
Is it number 0, number 1 running back they had?
I think so.
He was a dog.
Yeah.
I mean, they just kept feeding him. He was probably averaging 4 or 5 yards a carry.
Something like that. It was crazy.
Dog. Why would they bring this up? So they went out and added FCS phenom Max Brosmer to take over at quarterback. They hope his 3,459 passing yards and 29 touchdowns with just 6 interceptions will transfer over to from New Hampshire too. I mean, cool, but you got some of the best running backs I think in the Big Ten. You
use them.
Ran the ball very well, so why are we bringing up no passing attack? I mean, was that their downfall? Question mark.
I guess. I mean, they got to find something wrong with this team, right? They got to find something to complain about.
Did they have any significant passing against BG? I don't think they did. I think it was just we just couldn't stop that run.
Yeah, it was just the run game.
I think when they did pass, we were so focused on the run that it did go well. I think, but it was
and they also
passes.
had like a 5th string quarterback.
Yeah, they did. It was like the 3rd or 4th string. But also, they kept trying to tight end dump offs, and the tight end dropped it 3 times. It was hilarious.
Yeah,
that was one guy I kept pointing out.
It was a weird game, but the running backs were really, really strong. Yeah. So I think, overall, this ranking, Minnesota's right where they need to be. I would have maybe put them at 81 because they went 6-7 last year. So I think 81 may be more suiting because we would have had Rutgers. I would have had Rutgers personally 82. So Minnesota, I'm fine with this. 82 overall.
Uniforms fire though. Uniforms fire.
Oh, seeing those up close was so
the yellow helmets with the maroon, whatever, or what was it? Was burgundy?
It was something like that.
I think it was burgundy.
In the reflective stickers they had with the gopher, it was so good.
So dirty.
Probably one of the best uniform matchups we've ever seen.
Gas money fire.
Gas money fire.
Tied for 9th. Still tied for 9th. Indiana, 82 overall, 80 offensive rankings, 70. Whoa, that's a minus 10 overall going from offense to defense. Who's your fan?
Hoosier.
How did I bomb that?
Hoosier.
It's
our neighbor state, Caleb. Come on. It's Hoosier.
Hoosier fan. So new head coach Kurt Signetti can bring some of his James Madison magic to Bloomington. Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, they got so many transfers.
Indiana's win the Big Ten. Hot take, cold seats. Indiana's win the Big Ten.
Here's my reaction. Same quote as last episode. EA Sports. What are you doing? Indiana went 3-9 last year.
3-9. What's going on?
One Big Ten game. Why are they so high?
They have the best coach in college football though. Kurt Signetti. They win the Big Ten.
Kurt Signetti's losing every game. Wow. He's winning maybe 2 games.
No, they win the Big Ten.
No. This is horrible.
So do you like
F minus? Put him at the bottom. Maybe put him over Michigan State or something. I don't know. Put him at the bottom. Horrible.
Jesus.
Why are they in 82?
Jesus. Nebraska. Finally, we're at a number 8. Nebraska. Overall rating 84. Offensive rating 78. Defensive rating 82. The Cornhuskers are young, unproven, but highly talented this season. They're headlined by top shelf true freshman QB Dylan Raiola and sophomore How do you know that? How do you know everybody? How do you know that? Get a life, dude. and sophomore pass rusher, Prince Will.
Prince Will.
Prince Will.
I was looking at the standings. Okay. Okay. No, I thought that you were reading his last name. I was like, wait, Prince Will. And I was like, that's such a good name because I know a guy named Will.
Prince Will. You man Milan. Prince Will, you man Milan.
I don't know how you say that. That is an awesome name, actually.
Yeah. And he plays for Nebraska. The Cornhuskers. I don't really know anything about Nebraska, to be honest.
They went 5-7 last year.
Who they beat? Pull it up. We need somebody in the corner to be like with a TV screen, like a monitor, be like, hey, this is what we got. We're gonna have like Chris's future wife do that for us. Yeah. She's just in the corner of my basement and just type out our searches. Keep her on the low, keep her on the ready at all times. Chris? Oh, yeah.
They beat Northern Illinois.
That's a big time dub.
Louisiana Tech.
Oh.
Illinois. Okay. Northwestern. Purdue. And, that was everybody.
They literally just beat scrubs. They just beat the scrubs.
They were the least scrub of the scrubs. F. Put them down. Put them down.
I honestly, hot take, Minnesota and Indiana should be above them. I think Indiana's going to be good. Indiana should be above.
Indiana's going to have a good team because they got a lot of good transfers from James Madison.
That's what I'm saying.
They got
and a great coach.
Curtis Rourke from Ohio.
There you go. I really liked him. His highlights are insane.
I love Curtis Rourke. I got to watch him in person.
I'm so jealous because you talked about him like he can't be like we should a MAC school, and then I watched him like oh my god,
he's so good.
He's so good.
So good.
He did not belong to Ohio.
No, he didn't.
So,
or like Ohio State.
Go Bugs. Buckeyes. Sorry, Buckeyes.
We do not agree with this ranking. F again.
I haven't said anything. I haven't given a grade at all. You just keep grading. I'm like, yeah, Chris, yeah.
Caleb, what's your grade? What's your grade, kid?
I would put like I said, Minnesota, Indiana, maybe even Rutgers above them. Maybe.
We give it a Rutgers maybe. That's the grade.
I'm gonna give it a D. Wisconsin tied for 5th.
Wow. Big jump.
We're scoring from 8 to 5. Overall rating 87, offensive rating 83, defensive rating 86. New QB transfer Tyler Van Dyke takes the reins for the Badgers this year. I've heard him before. Where's he from?
Miami.
Will he be the man to make Luke Fickell's air raid offense take off for a school that's usually stayed grounded? Wisconsin. What's up, Chris?
Overall, this ranking 87.
The Badgers.
85 would have been more like it. It's kind of inflated. But you know what? I'm not mad. 87's fine. It's fine. I'd give it a B minus. Maybe just a solid B. Solid B from me. I'd put them at 85. They went 7-6 last season. Tyler Van Dyke, he's a great quarterback. I think they're going to be really good. Or not really good, but I think they're going to be better than 7-6. But in terms of just video game rankings, I would have had them at 85, 86 range. But, yeah, I can't complain. Not a bad ranking.
I'm going to give it, is there any fun players to use out of 10? Because I hate teams and like football and basketball and soccer, whatever, any sports video game. If they're a high-ranking team, a high-level team, but they have no fun players to use, a perfect example is Madden. And it was whatever last year that what QB was right before Russell Wilson for the Seahawks? Matt was it Matt something? Number 8. We're number 8.
Ryan? No, it wasn't Ryan Mallett. Oh, it's bugging me now. If you say the name, I'll know who it is.
Seahawks QBs.
Matt Hasselbeck.
That's what it was.
That's who it was.
Wasn't it Castlebeck? Or is it
Hasselbeck?
It's Hasselbeck. Anyways, the Seahawks were like at 87, 88 in that game. Whatever. It was his last year. But he was awful because he was old as dirt. Yeah. And he couldn't complete a pass, but he was like a 90 overall QB.
It was weird.
I hated that Madden.
Earlier Maddens, though, with him handing the ball off to Sean Alexander, those are good times.
Well, he had Marshawn Lynch that year, too. So that was the only fun part about using Seahawks. That was like Marshawn Lynch's like first year or two with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. This is the NFL. We're talking about college. USC, overall rating 87, offensive rating 83, defensive rating 86. 86, but they have a good defense? No Caleb Williams, question mark. No problems with the Trojans in college football 25. They're still rated highly with Miller Moss leading the way. Understandable, considering he completed 23 of 33 passes for 372 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 1 interception against Louisville in the last year's Holiday Bowl. What do you think, Chris?
I want to hear what you think about this. 87 USC with an 86 overall defense?
Yeah, and also, like, didn't most of their players... Like, I think they did get drafted, but, like, in the 5th, 6th, and 7th rounds. It was, like, Caleb Williams in round 1, and then the rest of the team that did get drafted were, like, 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Yeah, but...
So there was not any high caliber... It wasn't like Jerry Rice's son get drafted in the 7th round, too?
Something like that.
So I don't think... It's kind of the same thing as Washington. Like, they had a solid team. I mean, they still weren't great, but I think everybody's gone.
Yeah, and that defense, it's... Why is an 86? Why is it higher than their offense?
I thought they didn't have a defense last year. It was all offensive games. All the games they lost were because of their defense.
I remember they beat Cal by like 2 points. It was like 50 to 48.
Every game they won was an offensive battle. The defense sucked every game. Every game I watched.
The Oregon game was legendary though.
But wasn't that an offensive battle?
Oh yeah,
exactly.
That was a good game. But yeah, I think they're way overrated in this game.
Yeah, they need to be tied with 9th. they need to go down.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Yahoo Sports here. I would honestly switch them with UCLA, like Yahoo said.
You know what? After how you talked about them, I agree.
I'd switch them with UCLA.
I don't know anything personal, but after Chris's description, I agree. Moving on. Tied for 5th, again, Iowa, 87.
The Hawkeyes.
I love their uniforms. Offensive rating, 76. Defensive rating, 88. What?
Oh, yeah.
Your offense is atrocious, but defense is insane?
Watch.
Well, they had that one corner that just got drafted, the white corner everybody's talking about. He was a dog.
Watch Iowa's highlights. It's defense and the punter.
Defense and the punter. Okay, I'll take your word for it, man.
Their punter, so good.
Well, it says the Hawkeyes boast 4 players with 90-plus rating. Unsurprising, they're all on defense. And middle linebacker Jay Higgins, free safety Sebastian Castro, offensive linebacker Nick Jackson, strong safety Xavier DeWonkpa. Fans on the couch should be able to muster a more exciting offense than whatever it was that Iowa has fielded recently.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad.
It's atrocious.
They got shut out by Michigan in the Big Ten championship.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I don't know anything about Iowa. I just know they have really cool uniforms and that really nice white corner. He was pretty fun to watch play.
Yeah, I agree with this ranking. I would put Iowa's offense as a 0 if I could.
That bad?
It's bad.
You think BG's offense is better than Iowa's offense?
Caleb, it stinks.
Good or bad?
Bad.
It stinks really bad. Okay.
Stinks.
Not very tonally. Not very nicely. Not very. What's another noise? What's another word?
It ain't pleasant.
I like that. Pleasant's a good way to put it. Not pleasant. Tied for 3rd again. Oh no, actually we're moving on. Tied for 3rd. First, Penn State. Overall rating 88. Offensive rating 87. Defensive rating. Hold on. Sorry. Iowa. How are you an 87 with a 76 offense and 88 defense?
Whoa! I didn't even pick up on that. Yeah. How does that work?
Drop them down.
They must have like a 100 overall
punter.
Special team.
They must be insane. Is the kicker really good?
Yeah.
They have Justin Tucker back there. Yes.
I was just thinking like maybe it's just like Justin Tucker or what's his face that used to punt for the Raiders.
Marquette King?
Yeah, Marquette King is their special teams. In Madden, when you have a great kicker and a punter, your special teams can just be like a 200 overall.
But how's that balance out? How's that balance as an 87? How's that balance out? That makes no sense. Oh, Lord.
Beats me.
EA
Sports, what are you doing? What are you doing?
All right, sorry. Penn State, 88 overall, 87 offense, 88 defense. Okay, if that's how we're doing it, Penn State should be a 99 if it's an 87 offense. According to Iowa's, I just don't get it, bro.
Yeah.
The Nittany Lions?
Nittany Lions
are more well-rounded than the Wolverines, even though they have fewer top 100 players. That's possibly because they're returning an experienced roster this year, even with the departures of Olu Fashanu. First-round
pick for the Jets.
Trash. Chop Robinson and Adisa Isaac.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
I don't know anything about Penn State, but Penn State's been time and time good. That coach over there is doing great things. I mean, he's been there for forever, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
The bald man himself.
James Franklin.
I mean, hey, Penn State's always good. They just never can beat the best. They're like the lower of the best.
Yeah, I agree with it. It's a A+.
Good ranking.
A+ ranking.
Tied for third, Michigan, 88 overall, 82 offense, 90 defense. The Wolverines are the defending champs, but they're also without head coach Jim Harbaugh, quarterback J.J. McCarthy, running back Blake Corum, and wide receiver Roman Wilson. Harbaugh obviously played a huge role in the identity of that team, and those three players were all major pieces on offense. The game thinks defense should still be great, though, led by cornerback Will Johnson. He's top-rated player in the entire game. I don't know anything about Michigan. I just knew that run game was insane, and now they've lost him. Who's going to replace him? How were the backups against BG?
Donovan Edwards.
How were the backups against BG?
Donovan Edwards is the starter, though. They had 2 starting running backs. Blake Corum got the majority of the snaps. But Donovan Edwards, they won't miss. They won't miss Blake Corum like a lot of people think they will. Donovan Edwards is awesome. The big question is going to be the quarterback with Alex Orji, Robert Griffin.
Can we say that on YouTube?
RG3
Change name.
Yeah. RG3's all-time call. I don't remember who Michigan played against, but it was another beatdown game. I was watching with my dad, and RG3 was like, "It's an orgy in the end zone." All-time call by RG3. Put that in the announcer Hall of Fame.
I think I've seen that on Instagram. Yeah. I think I've seen that. That's
I
awesome.
remember watching it on TV, and I looked at my dad and was like, "Did RG3 really just say that?"
Dude, that man had knee problems and has head trauma probably for saying that.
Oh. We love you, RG3. We love you.
I wish you would have panned out, dude.
Yeah.
No. Anyways.
You were one of my favorite players growing up. Anyways, 88 overall. Yeah, I like it.
That's fair.
I like it. Defending national champions definitely lost almost all of their offense.
At the same time as Michigan, though, they probably brought in some good freshmen, some good transfers because they won the Natty.
Yeah,
people were part of that.
Yeah, and they basically returned everybody on their defense. You
gotta love it.
This is fine.
Absolutely.
Yep, because they're going to run these exact same offenses last year. Alex Orji is just like J.J. McCarthy. He runs the ball, and he hands the ball off. Donovan Edwards, just like Blake Corum. Honestly, I think Donovan Edwards is better than Blake Corum. He's faster.
Really?
Oh, yeah, he's faster.
I guess we'll see.
And he's bigger.
How is he in the game, guys? If people have played with him in the game, let us know. Leave in the comments.
I watched that guy against Ohio State when I was there in the shoe. Oh, my goodness. He ripped off like a 70-yard run to just clinch the game. It was crazy.
Must have broke your heart.
Broke my friend's heart. I was just there to watch it.
That's a good point. You're a true BG fan, aren't you?
Yeah. It was, they'll be fine.
Tied for first, Oregon, overrating 93. Whoa. Oregon tied for first, 93 rating, offense rating 94, defense rating 90. Ducks fly high in offense, the best in the conference by a wide margin. Now we'll finally get to see the Big Ten defense is going to keep up with the dynamic offense from the former Pac-12 teams.
Love Oregon, this ranking.
What? It's a Pac-12 team. I don't care. I know they have explosive offense, but, dude, defense wins championships. They need to be in the middle of the pack. I'm sorry, dog.
I love this.
Didn't their quarterback just graduate to? Oh wait, don't they have a QB that's like they never even played a snap in like the Heisman running?
No, they got another transfer quarterback. I don't remember what his name was because they're like transfer university. They got like the top transfer quarterback or one of them, but he's also really good too.
I know he's in the Heisman running right now, like already like the preseason Heisman running.
Hang on, let's see.
I like it because Oregon probably is the definition of a Pac-12 offense, so you got to appreciate that. But this, I don't know. I think any remotely average, good Big Ten defense can handle it, in my opinion.
Oh, they got Dylan Gabriel.
Okay, that's what it is.
And they got Dante Moore. Oh, they got UCLA's quarterback too. I didn't even know that.
UCLA's gonna suck now.
I guess they will. But Oregon. I like this ranking. They're right where they need to be. They're going to be really good. I think we even discussed this. It's going to be Oregon and Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game.
When did we discuss this?
When we were predicting the seasons for each.
I
think we were predicting this for the college football playoff.
I must have had a stroke that day because I disagree.
Really? You don't like Oregon anymore? What happened?
I love their offense.
You were such an Oregon truther.
I am an Oregon truther, but I love their Oregon's definition of a Pac-12 offense. But any remotely average Big Ten defense can handle that.
I have to disagree with that. I think Oregon's offense is going to be flying high in the Big Ten. I'm still standing on this hill. They're going to make it to the Big Ten championship game. Whether or not they'll win it, I don't know. We'll come out with a prediction video for the conference championship games. Stay tuned for that.
I'm also arguing real football over the video game rankings. This is not realistic.
They're good. I like this. This is an A+ rating.
Okay, I'll give the high offense. Maybe I'm going to say 90 offense, and I'm going to go 83 defense. I don't think their defense should be that high.
That's low.
Because Pac-12 is not known for their defense.
If I were to fix their defense, maybe make it like an 87. or an 88. But
I
like
don't know.
so far, this is the best one that they've had so
Okay,
far.
you have to agree with me on this though. All Oregon's wins are going to be an offensive wins. They're not going to be, defense is going to not help them at all.
Defense helped them against Colorado. Remember that game?
Yes, I do remember that game because that was the game that broke my heart. as a Colorado bandwagon.
Maybe that's why you're getting worked up. It's because you're a Colorado truther as well. You're more of a Colorado truther than you are an Oregon truther.
I seriously, if I ever have an extra $500 laying around, I'm gonna get sweatpants, shorts, t-shirt, a hoodie, and a beanie of all Colorado stuff.
Let's just use it on a Colorado game.
We should go to a Colorado game. We really should. I'd kiss you if we went.
Stay tuned.
Tiger first, Ohio State. Overall rating 93, offensive rating 89. Ooh, okay, that's weird. Defensive rating 96. The Buckeyes are not only one of the best teams in the conference, they're one of the best teams in the nation. They have a whopping 8 players ranked in the top 100 of the game, including 290-plus running backs in Trayvon Henderson and Quinshawn Judkins. Early reviewers of the game say defense is typically hard to play, but having Jack Sawyer rushing up front and Caleb Downs ranging in the back should make that sounds crazy. Make things much easier for players. No Diddy. What about that freshman receiver that's absolutely just going off right now? Is he any good in the game?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of their players' ratings.
How's that? I heard the Kansas State QB. I heard he's actually playing out pretty good. I heard he's playing out pretty good.
Will Howard, I think.
Yeah, that's what it is. I don't know. I like it. Ohio State's always up there. It's like a reliable number one pick. If you don't know anything about college football, just guess Ohio State to win the Natty. I mean, that's always a safe pick, or at least get up there. You know,
it's a perfect ranking.
Safe choice.
89 offense, like they're going to be a run-heavy team this year, just like they were last season.
Absolutely.
No Marvin Harrison. I do think they upgraded, though, with Will Howard over Kyle McCord, but there's no Marvin Harrison out there for him to throw to. But I think they're going to have also pretty good receivers. But 89 offense, that fits the bill for a run-heavy offense. I think you can agree on that.
Absolutely.
And 96 defense, Ohio State's defense last year was lights out. They were the closest team out of anyone to beat Michigan, other than Alabama. But they were the closest team out of anyone to dethrone the national champions. I agree. 93 overall, 89 offense, 96 defense.
Having 2 90-plus overall running backs, though, has got to be crazy for the game.
Oh, you're going to lose one of them to the transfer portal after your first season of playing.
Oh, you have to, because there's no way you can share love among two franchise or 2 4-year starter.
Quinshawn Judkins, though. Oh, I think that's the guy from Mississippi.
Yeah, the Ole Miss?
Yeah, Ole Miss. I think that's him. I was going to say, who's Quinshawn Judkins? No, that's the guy from Ole Miss. Yeah.
I don't know. I like this. So I'd say if I had to rank this whole EA, I guess, list or conference ranking, honestly,
there's a lot of teams.
Dude, C minus. C minus in terms of how EA ranked these teams out.
For me,
I mean, I wish they would have switched the orders, like just 1 or 2. But then there were some that was completely out of line. Like
just like the MAC. I gave the C minus to the MAC. I think for this one, if there was a letter between D plus and C minus, that's what I would give it. I guess a
C minus or D plus plus?
D double plus.
Not
D double plus.
Not a thing.
Not a thing, but that's what I'm giving it. D double plus.
Gotcha.
Just below the C minus, just above a D plus.
All right. Can't disagree because I don't know what the heck that is. All right, guys. Well, we're going to close out here. It's hot. I want to go to bed. I got RA training. Schools were coming up for both of us. We got to make sure we're doing these timely and manageable for both of us.
Of course.
But keep staying tuned. Keep in mind, I got plenty of content coming for you guys in terms of CF3. The BTM vlogs are going to become once a week once the football season actually gets started.
Season 2 is going to be peaking here in a couple weeks.
Can't wait.
Stay tuned for September 13th, right? That's our first vlog. Trying.
21st. Trying.
21st.
21st.
Oh,
week
really?
3 because we do Kenyon, Albie, and then Trying. So it would be 21st.
Oh.
Stay
Later start than I thought.
Stay
tuned for the 21st. First football, or I guess third football vlog. First one for fall 2024.
So pumped, guys. Please stay ready. I know I'm ready. Content going to be coming out the wazoo just starting in the next week or 2. Love you guys. Appreciate you, boys. Chris, give us your outro.
Wherever you are and whenever you're watching, have a great morning, noon, afternoon, and night. God bless you guys. Stay safe, stay smart, take care.
Appreciate you, boys, watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.